Hello survivors, welcome to a brand new The Spell Brigade early access video. Today I'm really excited to show you guys this game update. The devs have really cooked for this one and it is amazing. One, the next character Maggie that was released is absolutely phenomenal, and two, just the rework of the UI and things like that is just fantastic. So this is amazing. As you can see, we've got a brand new backdrop and design, which is just French, chef's kiss. Mwah, beautiful. We've then got different, each character gets a signature spell with a bonus or buff to that, and they've got ranking. So the more you use this character, the more that this is going to be change apparently. So we're going to try that out. We should be able to hit level 2 with Maggie in this round or in this video. So afterwards we'll see if this does visually change or not, or what the case may be, and we'll be able to see some things about that. They've also added lore to each of the characters, which I think is really cool. Just in a game like this, I wish there were some other games that could add lore, and I love the stained glass visuals or image over there of each character as well in their lore. So let's get straight into it. I'm not going to show you guys the brand new Covenant today. I'll show you what it looks like. So it says the Covenant will prevent you from using multiple spells, allowing you to focus all upgrades on your starter spell. But I'm not going to use this because there are things I want to show you in the game that you can't do with that Covenant, that you can do once you've hit 50,000 gold in total on your account, and you're able to then do this as a choice. So I'm going to show you. We're not doing endless or anything like that. This is just going to be a hardcore run, and we're going to see. So this is the skill that Maggie starts off with, called Aurora Wings, and what it does is it literally just sends out in the beginning, I believe it's 2, yep it is, or it's just 1, no it is 2. It sends out 2 birds that dive bomb enemies, dealing damage, and obviously that's the way that it works. Now what's really cool, and I'm glad that the developers did do that, so like I said, they were cooking in this one, is they've allowed us to re-roll our infusions as well as our spell options. Now like I said, to be able to actually unlock this feature, you need to have already got 50,000 gold in total on your account. So that includes the gold you've spent on re-rolling, on unlocking your meta progression in the game as well. So as long as you've hit that number, you should be able to re-roll. Not these re-rolls. You can see this says 3 left, but we're actually talking about re-rolls. You'll see it at level 5 when we get all of our skills. We'll be able to re-roll them. And now what's cool about this is the whole time, I don't know if you guys have been watching my videos for a long time or not, but if you have, you'll notice in my Spell Brigade videos, I always say, I wish there was a way to get like specific skills and specific infusions, because sometimes in some situations some skills are meant to have a double infusion of a specific typing, or I've always believed that the infusions are actually better if you get a double of each infusion on each weapon instead of mixing and matching them. So a lot of the time I thought to myself, let's say take Aurora Ring for instance, because of the way that it works, it would actually work really well with thunder, so double lightning, instead of running like the acid and lightning, and then you just get something else that runs venom, so you get another skill that runs double venom. The only time that this won't be the case is when you are playing with the brand new Covenant, which makes it so you've got 1 spell. So yeah, there's that. Alright, the Soul Sludge, that's quite a difficult very beginning one on hardcore, so we'll see how this goes, but we should be able to clean it up. So these were added a while back. I don't believe this one was there, but there are new objectives, there are new, just a whole bunch of new things. Yeah, this is going to be a bit harder than I thought. Okay, we do have the explodey guy. We just need to clear out the splurge. Give us a level there. We get a brand new spell, so this will help us out. We are going to grab ourselves solar pulse, but what I did see is over here. So you pay 150 gold, and what it does is re-roll all of your spells. I'm happy getting solar pulse, especially in hardcore. It's a really good spell to have. And there you go, I got 32,000 gold. It's going to cost us 150 to re-roll it, and we'll get 3 brand new spells. Maybe we'll have to use the re-roll another time, but right now we are happy with that spell. Gonna grab that 50 armor. I don't know if I'm imagining things or if this is the case, but I do believe that the stat caps for some of your stats. So originally there used to be caps on all of the statistics that you could get, like your armor and all of that beautiful stuff. They used to be capped at a certain amount, so that once you hit a certain amount you would stop receiving armor and things like that. I don't know if those caps have been changed, but I feel like yesterday when I was playing the game that the stats did change or get you know, larger, if that makes sense. Alright, we managed to complete it, and here we go with the reroll again. We're actually going to grab this. So this is not an augment, it's just that we only have 2 spells. It says the Aurora Wing spell hits an additional target. Now what that means actually is that we get a 3rd bird. So originally you get 2 birds, and now we are getting a 3rd one that is going to deal damage at the same time. So you'll see there should be 3 in total that go out. Okay, let's do that. That's going to help us. Boom. Lovely. Okay, we get the spell damage. That's good. Now, to unlock the last covenant, or the 3rd covenant currently in the game, you do need to get a single spell up to level 20. It does make sense, since, you know, the covenant has to do with single spells. So to unlock it, you need to do a run and get a single spell to level 20. It's pretty easy. You can do it on any difficulty. Just grab Maggie and play with this on normal difficulty, and you should be able to get your spell to level 20 way in advance. You just spam everything into the Aurora Wings. And what's nice about Aurora Wings is I think it only has 2 stats. It only has damage and cooldown. So you're really not wasting a lot. You're either getting cooldown or you're getting damage. There's not like area of effect or any of that other stuff that you can get for the skill. Alright, we're just trying to get something going on over here. We need to get lightning infusion. Luckily we've got rerolls to do that, so that should be very good. Also, if you're playing on endless, you should be able to farm quite a decent amount of gold. You get about, I mean, I got about, you can get about 1,000 gold per run, just on a normal run. It really just depends on how it goes. Okay, I didn't get the level up yet. Okay, there we go. Let's go and see what we get. So we get fire and acid. I don't want fire or acid. We're looking for lightning. So there you go. You saw how the reroll worked. And now we can pick up lightning, which should give us a little bit more area of effect damage. Every time the spell hits a target, it's gonna spread the lightning to something closer to it. Can we, yeah, there we go. That should be a big amount of XP over there for us. Alright, so the beginning's a bit rough. That's okay as well. We're going to grab ourselves the dodge rating just for some survivability. I mean, I've said this many of times before. As long as you have some dodge, it's better than no dodge, because there is that opportunity to always dodge attacks. So even 1% is better than 0%. Any chance to dodge is better than no chance at all. Okay, golden crab. We're actually looking for the statues as a objective, because there is a skin that you can unlock on Maggie that uses the statues. However, I have not found them on Maggie just yet, as there are new objectives and things like that as well. As you saw, we did do the one new objective, the sludge, and there are other ones as well that I've never done. Alright, I'm happy with the arcane broadsword, but let's just see if we can find something like rune. Ooh, scepter mesh is actually amazing. Actually, I want to go rune burst. It's still, you know, one of the strongest spells, so it just makes sense. And then there we go, the spell explodes at the end of its lifetime. That's one of the other augments. And then as far as I know, it only has 2 augments. It's only got that and the additional projectile or additional target hit. But one thing about all of the characters, if they each got their own passives, and Maggie's passive is that she can show us where relics are, which I think is fantastic since I'm just really bad at that. And I always struggle to find these relics no matter where they are. There's been times where I've just walked straight past them, and now with the character that absolutely shows me exactly where they are, I am going to be in the best place ever playing with her. So really cool that they brought that out. Really cool that there's a character that you can actually find relics with ease. Also, she finds the objectives faster. Also shows you health pots on the map, as well as the XP magnets. So everything that drops on the map, she can, you know, take advantage of being able to see compared to other characters. Oh, I'm just so good. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I definitely saw that dodging and weaving in between those characters. So some things like some of the characters get a smaller hitbox, some of them get a larger hitbox that works with their passive, because things like, oh, if they get hit, then they actually get XP, and just some things like that. We'll take a look at it at the end of the video. If you guys are interested in things like that, then stick around for it. Otherwise, you know, you don't have to. It's a choice. But yeah, it's really cool. All right, let's go and do our rune burst, I guess. We could get solar pulse up to level 8 just to infuse it to, or level 7, I believe it was. Yeah, 7, not 8. Whatever, we can get it to infuse with the white, with the ice, just as a solar pulse, just to help us with enemies that are on top of us. That would be really good, but it doesn't really matter too much whether or not we do or don't. It is what it is. Anyway, as soon as we got the augment for exploding enemies, exploding birds, you can see just how much more damage we're actually doing now. So it's kind of like falling stars, where as soon as you get that one augment, the spell just feels that much stronger. Okay, that was a mistake, but it was okay. Should we go HP regen? Nah, we'll just do solar pulse, decrease the cooldown. Decrease the cooldown even more. Still really like the music of this game. It's really cool. Okay, we can increase our armor. We do have the armor per level as well for the relic that we picked up. So just to complement that, we can grab ourselves more armor. And now we've got these. So I could go Scepter Mesh. I don't think Scepter Mesh is going to be that great over here. Also, just something else to note is every time you re-roll, the price of it is going to become more and more expensive. So, you know, you don't really want to waste your re-rolls too much. But if you want the perfect run, I think you can expect to get a lot of gold down the drain. Which is okay as well. But what's really nice is with the single spell Covenant, at least you know you're either getting passives or you're getting upgrades only for that specific spell. Like here, we're not getting anything towards our, the wing spell. So it really doesn't help us too much. But we're going to grab the upgrade there to Aurora Wings, because we need levels in it so that we can get the Thunder skill or Thunder Infusion already. I don't really see it being good with fire because it doesn't deal a big base damage Oh, I actually don't like this instability. It would be cool if this dealt damage to the enemy when you kicked it into them. This is probably my least favorite objective. Not that it's difficult, it's just irritating to do, if that makes sense. Like, especially with, you know, playing on hardcore, because you get surrounded so easily, it becomes quite like, I mean, look here, we might have to use a laugh to get this. What I haven't noticed, that I did just notice, is that it knocks back some of the enemies. So we managed to do it magically. I have absolutely no idea how. But here's the Aurora Wings again. Spells hit an additional target. And we leveled up as well. So we can go and increase. Actually, I want the spell damage on Solar Pulse. Not because we need spell damage, but because we need 1 or 2 more levels on it to get the Ice Infusion on it. Okay, we get a spell cooldown on Ruin Burst. And just making our way around town, picking up all of that juicy XP. I actually don't know why there's so much spell cooldown on the skill, because I feel like it doesn't help having a skill cooldown. I don't know how to explain it. Like, the spell has a lifetime to it, and only until it's reached the end of that lifetime does the cooldown actually matter. So I feel like decreasing or increased flight speed could be a brand new like upgrade specifically for this weapon. So something like speed, projectile speed, if that's ever going to be a thing in this game, would really help with this skill, and even things like Rune Burst and skills like that. But I don't feel like spell cooldown makes a difference. I don't know if that makes sense to any of you guys or not. But personally, I don't think it makes a difference. It's just what the game's giving me right now, so that's what we're taking. Alright, give us Thunder. There we go, we don't even need to reroll for it. So now we've got some beautiful purple birds flying all over the place, decimating everything around them. Okay, let's see, we get more. I'm gonna go and get infusions on my other spells. I actually want some pickup distance, pickup range. That would work, but no, we'll just grab the damage. Just grab the damage over there and move forward onto the next. Alright, decrease the spell cooldown, and now we get lightning and acid. We're looking for ice. There we go. I think the fact that we now have a gold reroll for this, the game or the developers can introduce far more infusions into the game if they wanted to, because we now have a means to get all those different infusions, where before we didn't. We would struggle to get any infusion that we really wanted. So before it was just RNG, now it's just spend your gold, which is a billion times better. So thank you so much to the developers for adding this as a quality of life change or as an option for us. And that's just so good. It's just so good when developers add things like this into the game for us, because it just makes so much sense. I think we've been asking for rerolls for how long now, and we finally actually got them. Alright, so on the map you'll see that the red circle is healing. You've seen the blue circle is for the magnets, which I have been using because we know that they're there. What's really nice is if you do leave them on the floor, they stay on the floor. It's not like you forget that you have them anymore or where you saw them like we've done previously. We're like, okay, we'll leave that magnet there. We'll come back to it when there's more XP around us, and we completely forget where that magnet was that we were speaking about. So now with Maggie, that's not an issue, because it's always going to be visible on your screen as to where the location is. And then you can see these birds just absolutely destroy in the late game. Just fantastic. I'm gonna grab the pickup range again. And we just gotta hope one more. The final objective is the statues. Because for one of her skins, we need to destroy 2 statues with 1 bird. And I hope you guys understand that and the irony. Well, not irony, I guess, but I hope you guys understand why they're doing that. Because there is a saying that's called 2 birds with 1 stone. So in this case, they've done it, but the opposite way, where it's 2 stones with 1 bird. Okay, soul sludge again. I think now what they need to do is make it so that you can never get the same objective twice. That would be awesome. But we're in absolutely no danger this time. We're going to go and decrease cooldown again. You can see the relic on the minimap up at the top there, so we're not going to struggle to find it, which is fantastic. I do like, the one thing I like about the soul sludge is they give you so much of it that you don't actually need to destroy all of it. You just need to get the right amount and you're solid. So it does make for, you know, being able to do it a little bit easier. Like imagine we had to get every speck of this done. That would be a whack ton harder. Okay, increase the damage. We did take ice for this reason. So we can bob and weave in between and not worry about whether or not they're going to hit us. And then Rune Burst can go acid. And that's going to increase damage taken by the enemies. Okay, we are nearly there. There's a couple more sludge in places, which I'm hoping to get. We do still have time to get it. Increase our spell damage on the Rune Burst. Okay, we're gonna have to... Let's just be a bit wild there. There we go. Perfect, let's go get the relic. Spell bursts, they rotate slower. Increased area based on our life. Increase hits on additional targets. So like I mentioned, those are the only ones that I've seen. Maybe I'm just really unlucky and there are some that are, I don't know, more unique. But nothing that I've seen. Okay, you regain 100 health every time you level up, 25% more XP. What is my movement speed? Movement speed's 40. Oh, but it's for every... Oh, no. Okay, no. I think we're just going to regain 100 health every time we level up. Doesn't really matter. We took a little bit of an L over there. Use the resurrection beam. And unfortunately, we couldn't get the skin for her either because we didn't get the statues. I actually need to double check what the other skin unlock requirement is. I can't remember it off the top of my head. So we'll double check that at the end of the round. But I know the one is to destroy 2 statues with 1 bird. The other one, I have absolutely no idea. Pick up the laugh here. Give me a nice explosion. We can increase our armor again. Oh, they weren't close enough to each other. That's unfortunate. There we go. I think this is going to be really, really fun to play single spells endless. Just to see how... I mean, you don't even need to do it in endless. That was the whole point of endless for me, was to take a certain spell to like a specific level. But now we can see like how that spell on its own will perform compared to all other spells and go from there. So that's a really cool covenant. I'm really happy they brought it in. I wonder if it was brought in because of what people were saying or if it was brought in just as an idea from the developers. Regardless, it is fantastic. Titan's Fury over here for increased damage for every spell, especially at an epic quantity or quality. And just so much XP all over the place. So we're going to go pick up that magnet. That should be a couple of levels. Or definitely 1 level. So pick up the magnets. We will go for the Veil of Haste. And Rune Burst got another level. So we leveled up twice there, which is 200 healing as well, because of our relic. Okay. Increase our luck even more. What is our luck at? 18. We know that 30 plus luck is the sweet point. But you need delayed fate to be able to get there. Which we don't have, so. I do like, it wasn't this patch, but the previous patch where, oh, I should have gone Rune Burst. The previous patch where they changed the way that Soulfish, you know, not farts, but they've done some things to Soulfish. So it's been a while since we've played. I've never showed you guys this update. We didn't play it when they did the update to Soulfish. So it's going to be really cool to show you guys what they've done with the boss. And it's going to be really fun to show you, because it's actually, they've made it, I wouldn't say necessarily easier, but they've definitely done things to him that have made it easier. I guess it is easier. They've changed the boss in a way that makes it so the boss is easier. Alright, acid. I mean venom. And because there are only 4 infusions, we only need... What is going on here? What? Is this where Soulfish gets spawned? Wait, that's so cool. He has a lot of HP. Wait, that is so cool. I've never seen that before. So there's like a little... Okay, so that's like one of the things. Like, also look under his health bar. He's got a little yellow bar over there. It's actually a stun meter. So if we get him to knock there we go. And we deal a whack ton more damage to him while he is stunned. And we can literally just stand here and he doesn't move. So that's pretty cool. Ow! Oh, they changed that as well. Okay, well at least it doesn't do as much damage anymore. Now it's like smaller versions of it. I just didn't expect it because I haven't seen them before. Also, depending on the difficulty, you are able to, you won't necessarily even have him attack you because you can perma-stun him all the time. Increase our base crit. He got stunned again. We picked up a cheeky magnet over there. We can go with base damage for everything. We should stun him again. It feels like he's getting stunned before the bar reached the end, but that's not true. It just felt that way. We can go for cooldown reduction. Don't think that really matters. We're actually not in a very good spot here though. Let's just move a bit more. There was another relic over there, which we didn't even go and get. We can go sprint there quickly and go do that. Not that it actually changes anything. But maybe if we can get the movement speed to damage option now, just for fun. That's okay as well. Actually, it looks like the birds hit the boss regardless. 10 armor for every quest completed, so we just gained extra armor. Okay, Soulfish, where did you disappear to? There you are. And done. As easy as pie. And he's got a whole new death animation as well, where he then explodes. And if you're in Endless, it actually says Soulfish has been vanquished, and then it's got the written there for now, which is really, really cool. And then we can take a look at the stats. 7.2 million damage, 5.8 million damage on our Aurora wings, the thunder option with a million damage nearly on rune burst, which is pretty cool. But like I said, let's just show you some of the stuff over here. So Maggie, the outfits, it tells you need to hit 2 statues with the same bird from your spell, and then as Maggie collect 33 relics, so that one's pretty easy to get. And then the other thing was the details. So I don't think we did this in the beginning of the run. We did hit level 2 and it didn't go up, which is what we wanted to check. So it still says 12%, which is very interesting. I don't actually know how it changes or when, but we will look at that when we are high level. But as you can see, it knows the locations of potions, magnets, and relics. Over here, we go to the next character. It's like you can revive, foster. What is... Oh, it actually gives you the stats. So that's plus 60%, plus 1, plus... Okay, so maybe she doesn't get increases to her stats. So maybe these levels increase Eldrix and not the actual skills stats. So she gets bonus, they get bonus stats on these. Increased XP gain plus 3%. So we'll have to play with other characters and see if this changes and how it works. You get plus 2 luck. Does this increase it? Because they did mention that increasing this will increase their spell proficiency, or whatever you want to call it, their stat proficiency, and that's actually pretty cool. So he's actually massive. But there was one thing I didn't understand, and that was that Campanelli gets the size, duration, and damage of Resurrection Beam, and the Wizard King doesn't. So, you know, for me, that just made it was very weird. But Star Mage gets elemental effects are more effective, so 15% more effective elemental effects on our characters. But that's the update, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.